Hello, my name is Paola Oseguera, and it's a pleasure for me to be here. In this opportunity, I'm gonna explain a little about animal and human language. So, let's start. But first, let's define what is communication. Well, communication is simply the act of transferring information from one place, person, or group to another. In other words, communication is when you transmit a message. For example, in this moment, I'm transmitting you a message, and you are receiving this message. In the communication, we have two types of communication. As you can see, we have human language and animal language. In human language, we have open system. Open system is when humans can put different sounds together to make new meanings. But in closed system is we have when an animal cannot combine elements of two or more codes in order to develop a new code. So let's see what are the properties of language. In the property of language, we have displacement. What is displacement? Well, displacement allows us to talk about things and places. For example, angels, fairies, Santa Claus, Superman, heaven, hell, whose existence we cannot even be sure of. But in animal communications seems to be designed exclusively for the here and now. In other hand, humans can refer to past and future time. Okay, in simple words, humans can easily talk about things that not exist in real life. But in other hand, animal communication remains the immediate moment. But we can make a small exception with the bees. Okay, for example, let's pay attention. For example, a honeybee finds a source of nectar and returns to the home, and it can perform a dance describing the location of this nectar. So the honeybee is made a type of displacement, but in a very limited type. Okay, a honey can make a type of displacement, but a limited time. The next property is arbitrariness. What is arbitrariness? Well, arbitrariness is generally the case that there is no natural connection between a linguistic form and its meaning. For example, arbitrariness is possible to make words fit the concept they indicate. For example, if I say rose, as you can see, I have a flower in this presentation. But if I say rose, another person thinks it's about person. Okay? Rose can be a plant or a person. Or another example is if I say the word small, you can think, oh, small, I can write pequeña. No, yeah, small means pequeño, but you don't need to write small like this. For example, small. I'm not writing a little. Yeah, small means pequeño, okay? But I need to write in the normal way. Another word, it can be big. Big means grande. Grande. Okay? Big. Grande. Big. But it's not necessary this word have to be big. No. Arbitrariness is possible to make words fit the concept they indicate, but it's not necessary. Okay? Remember, arbitrariness when you refers or when you resonated a word with a meaning. For example, in this case, as you can see, rose. Rose, it can be a plant or a name. Okay? Another property of language is cultural transmission. What is cultural transmission? Well, cultural transmission, it is the process whereby a language is passed on from one generation to the next in community. It is clear that humans are born with some kind of predisposition to acquire language in a general sense. However, we are not born with the ability to produce utterance in a specific language such as English. Okay? Cultural transmission is when we acquire a language with other speakers, not from parental genes. For example, if a child has Salvadorian parents, but this child lives in USA, this child is gonna talk or is gonna speak in English, but his parents gonna talk in Spanish, right? Okay, it is cultural, depending on you are. Okay, another property of language is productivity. What is productivity? Well, productivity is when humans are continually creating new expression by manipulating their linguistic resource to describe new objects and simulations. For example, humans can create new expression for new objects, but in the case of animals, animals cannot produce any new signs to describe novel experience, and they have a limited set of signals. It's mean, for example, for cats, meow is meow, only meow. They can describe, wow, I see this novel and what's so wonderful because the girlfriend and the boyfriend have a baby. No, cat only say meow, and meow it's mean for them meow. It's only okay. So animals have a limited set of signals, but humans can create a word, can create a new word, okay? Another, remember, this property productive, in other words, is like imagination, the powerful of imagination, okay? Another property of language is duality. What is duality? Well, duality is a property of language whereby linguistic forms have two simultaneous levels of sound production and meaning. When we speak, we have a cyclical level at which we produce individual sound. Okay, individual sound. Duality. Humans can produce individual sound and sounds in combination. Okay? For example, the word meow, meow, okay? And sound combination. But how is individual sound? Okay, the word meow in an individual sound is M-E-O-W. But in animals cannot produce individual sound, only sound in communication. For example, cat only say meow and sounds in communication, meow. A cat can say M-E-O-W, or a dog, and when a dog is hungry, a dog say girl, and for a dog is only girl. A dog can say Grrr. No, human can say it, but a dog or animal can say it. Okay, because humans produce individual sound and sound in communication, and animals only produce sounds in communication. So that was all about animal and human language. And in this opportunity, we did know about the properties. Okay, so remember, the properties of language are displacement, arbitrariness, cultural transmission, productivity, and duality. So that was all about it, and thanks for watching this video. See you next time. Bye!